As Israel stands on the edge of the Promised Land, Numbers 28 shifts the focus from leadership and inheritance to something just as vital: consistent worship. Before battles, before settlement, before possession of the land, God reminds his people that their strength flows from daily devotion. This chapter is about rhythm, faithfulness, and honoring God continually. The Lord spoke to Moses, reminding Israel of the regular offerings they were to present. Every single day, without exception, 2 lambs, one in the morning, one in the evening, accompanied by grain and drink offerings. This was called a pleasing aroma to the Lord, not because God needed it, but because the people needed daily alignment with him. Worship was not occasional. It was woven into the rhythm of life. On the Sabbath, the daily offerings were doubled. This showed that rest did not replace worship, it deepened it. The Sabbath reminded Israel that their lives were not driven by endless work, but by trust in God's provision. Rest itself became an act of faith. At the beginning of every month, additional offerings were brought before the Lord. These offerings marked time itself as sacred. Each new month was an opportunity to remember God's faithfulness, God's provision, God's presence. Time belonged to God, and not just moments, but seasons. The chapter then outlines offerings for special occasions, beginning with Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. These festivals were not merely traditions. They were living reminders of God's saving power. Each sacrifice pointed back to redemption and forward to a greater deliverance yet to come. God was teaching his people to remember who he is and what he has done again and again. This chapter may appear detailed, but its message is deeply simple. Worship is central, not secondary. Faithfulness matters more than emotion. God desires consistency, not occasional devotion. Sacred rhythms shape spiritual strength. Remembering God daily keeps hearts steady. Israel could not live on past miracles alone. They needed daily remembrance. Every offering pointed toward Jesus. The daily sacrifice called Christ our continual covering, the Sabbath rest, Christ our true rest, the festivals, Christ our redemption. What Israel practiced through ritual, believers now live through relationship. Numbers 28 reminds us that God is honored not only in great moments but in quiet faithfulness. Worship is not reserved for special days. It is a daily posture of the heart. Before Israel entered the land, God secured their foundation. Stay close to me. Remember me, worship me. Next comes Numbers 29, where God continues to outline the offerings for Israel's appointed festivals, revealing the fullness of sacred celebration.